Hello, this is Michael with Bay Area Attractions, and today we're at Great America, and we're going to conclude our list of we've been doing on rides. So hopefully you've enjoyed the other videos. I think you guys have. I've seen a lot of comments and stuff on them. So our first video was the rides from opening day that are still here, and then we did rides from opening day that are no longer here, and then we did one that was called it's called rides that have come and gone. So basically rides that came after opening day but are no longer here. So this is our last list, which is basically the rest of the rides, and that's going to be all the rides that came after opening day that are still here. And this is actually our longest list, so we're going to get started, and I thought we'd do something a little bit different for this list. We're actually going to start backwards, so we're going to start with the newest ride and then go to what's the oldest ride in the park that's been here just after opening day. See if maybe you guys can guess what ride that is. Maybe leave a before the end of the video, leave a comment down below and see if you guys know what ride that is. So for our first ride, we're gonna have to go over to County Fair. And right behind me is Pacific Glider, which is the newest ride that opened at Great America, and it opened in 2023. Pacific Glider allows guests to be the captain of their own experience as they catch wind like a real hang glider. It's the perfect ride for both children and adults to feel the fresh California breeze when soaring through the sky. Dicky Turtle opened in 2022. This classic ride will make you twist and shout, and you'll probably laugh and scream even more as Dicky Turtle spins you around time and time again. Things will start to look a little scrambled as you go round and round, but it's fun to go with the flow as you slide from one side and all the way back again. Trailblazer opened in 2018 and replaced Vertigo. Trailblazer is a single rail roller coaster. The ride begins by exiting the station and ascending a 106-foot tall chain lift. The train then banks left and makes a 180-degree turn and entering a 106 feet fall at 90 degrees drop, diving into a tunnel and reaching a maximum speed of 52 miles per hour before entering a dive loop. The train then rises up to the right into an off-axis airtime hill, followed by a right-facing forward helix. After the helix, the train makes a left and quickly drops, entering a right-facing outback corkscrew. Finally, riders go through an overbank turn to the left before hitting the brake ride. Our next ride on the list is Gold Striker. Gold Striker is a wooden roller coaster and was the park's 8th roller coaster, which opened to the public in May of 2013. Its 140-foot long tunnel is the longest in the world to be featured on the first drop, and it is marketed as the tallest and fastest wooden coaster in Northern California at 108 feet. The roller coaster takes on the theme of the Old West and reference to the California gold rush of the 19th century. Dicky Turtle opened in 2006 actually as Survivor the Ride and was renamed in 2012. The disc coaster features a camelback hump in the middle. The initial height creates a smaller thrills, but when the disc begins rolling over the hill and spinning riders in different directions, the thrill factor doubles. Our next ride is Celebration Swings. Celebration Swings opened in 2001 and was originally at Carowinds from 1979 to 2000, making it the only ride from another park that is here at California's Great America. Take a high-flying twirl above the Celebration Plaza on Celebration Swing. Riders sit in individual seats as their feet dangle off the ground. Prepare to be lifted into the air and raised and lowered at a smoothing pace. This classic ride spins you in a 70-foot diameter circle at 9 to 11 revolutions per minute. An exhilarating experience for the whole family. As you travel on the air swings, you'll soar and dip along the ride's tilting head, arcing upwards and accelerating downward. You can be certain you'll feel each and every element of this classic park experience. Flying Eagles opened in 2002. After boarding one of the unique carriages, you'll start spinning at a high speed, so much so that you'll start to spin outward and raise above the ground. Once in the air, you'll take matters into your own hands by operating the carriage controls in order to command the Eagle's flight. Whether you explore the high altitude as is soaring through a mountain range, or cruise at a low elevation as if you're chasing down prey. The choice and experience, be it mild or wild, is up to you. Delarium opened in 2002. Get ready for a major thrill on this powerful spinning ride where brave guests experience gravity-defying hang time, stomach-turning spins and swings, and topsy-turvy sights on one of the most powerful pendulums on the planet. With absolutely no floor beneath your feet, riders sit with their legs dangling while being carried high through the air. Delarium swings you and 31 other riders at an astonishing 64 feet in the air, over 6 stories high. You'll be flung 120 degrees in both directions, all the while the passenger vehicles spin continuously as you up to 9 revolutions per minute. With its inward-facing inverted seating, Delarium's contribution of a swinging arm and rotating gondola creates the ultimate ride sensation. Psycho Mouse opened in 2001 and is a wild mouse type roller coaster. This sneaky ride is a host to a series of completely flat hairpin, therefore hair-raising turns with enough G-forces to make you think you're going to fly clear off the track into tomorrow. After the boomerang-like sharp turns, fly down several hills with your stomach left far behind, with all these wacky kickback features. It's no wonder the ride is called Psycho. Drop Tower originally was open as Drop Zone Stunt Tower in 1996. The venture begins when riders are secured into a car at ground level. Then a slow but sure rise to 220 feet creates an incredible sense of anticipation for the rush about to occur. Once reaching the top, riders are positioned at the highest point inside California's Great America. That brief peace is soon lost as the countdown of 4, 3, 2, 1 begins and the entire vehicle plummets down, sending riders screaming as they reach speeds topping 60 miles per hour in a free fall to the bottom. This also makes Drop Tower the fastest ride at California's Great America. Mass Effect is another ride that will actually open as a different ride. It actually opened in 1994 as Days of Thunder. Mass Effect opened in 2016. Riders climb aboard motion-based seating and wear 3D glasses as they are taken on a thrilling adventure. A live performer narrates the journey and appears to be interacting seamlessly with the next generation 3D ride simulator and visuals. These elements are integrated with the motion seating, high-tech sound, and other 4D effects to create a truly compelling and immersive attraction. Guests travel through space to a distant planet, facing off against bigger-than-life adversaries, and ultimately help save the day. Our next ride is one that opened at a different name. Flight Deck actually opened as Top Gun in 1993. Originally opened as Top Gun in 1993 and was renamed to Flight Deck in 2006. After reaching the top of the lift hill, riders soar through a 360-degree vertical loop, 2 270-degree afterburn turns, a full circle wing over, and a zero-gravity roll to take this 50-mile-an-hour flight in a floorless coach suspended below the coaster steel track. Riders may even feel as if their feet are about to skim the water of the lake below Flight Deck's final rush. Patriot actually opened up as Vortex in 1991. Vortex opened in 1991 and was a stand-up roller coaster. It was renamed and rethemed in 2017 to Patriot. Patriot takes riders to a 91-foot height before plummeting them into a 360-degree loop at 45 miles per hour. Patriot's position in the park makes it a dramatic visual from 3 different sections of Great America, and the blue coloring brightly contrasts other area rides. White Waterfalls opened in 1990. The ride provides an interesting rush. First ascending a 45-foot waterfall before splashing down and creating a 20-foot wave of water. The splash creates a multifaceted effect. White Waterfall riders in the front and back of the boat get a little wet. However, the real fun is watching the 20-foot wave of water launching towards the observation deck and seeing unsuspecting onlookers take the brunt of the tsunami. Our next ride is Ripouring Rapids, which opened in 1988. This is an outdoor water adventure on a whitewater rafting experience as you navigate down a rugged river course in a 6-person raft. Your self-guided tour includes whitewater challenges and a slow, relaxing spot reminiscent of a real rafting trip. With most of the ride not visible from the park, it truly feels like a ride in the wilderness. Our next ride is the Grizzly, which opened in 1986. The Grizzly is a typical out-and-back wooden coaster. The ride was retracked in 2014 and 2017. As a result, the Grizzly has a faster and smoother ride. It uses traditional tracks with steel wheels on the cars, and therefore it is designed to maintain positive G-loading on the cars and riders throughout the course. We're to our last ride, and it's actually right here at the front of the park, and that is Sky Tower. Sky Tower opened in 1976. Passengers board a cabin at ground level. The cabin is lifted up the tower by cables and a counterweight system. As the cabin ascends and descends, it rotates, affording passengers a panoramic view of the park and the surrounding bay area. Because of its proximity to San Jose Airport's runway, the tower was limited to the height of approximately 200 feet. Star Tower opened in 1979 as simply as Sky Tower. Star Tower is known as the tallest observation tower in North America. Well, that does it for our list of rides that came after opening day that are still here. Hopefully you enjoyed this list. And if you haven't seen our other ones, I will link the other 3 at the end of this video, so you can go and check those out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button as we do new videos about different attractions around the Bay Area all the time. Until next time, this is Michael with Bay Area Attractions.